Hi, I'm not Jim Cantori. I'm Simon, and we're on Bebop, and it's blowing a hoolie and raining. But I'm out here to talk about how we make sure that we're going to be safe on our mooring. So, something I see that happens a lot is a headsail that is not secured in a blow. It will come undone, shred itself to pieces, make a really bad day. So, this is our Genoa sheet, tied off. If it was an electric winch, I'd tie it off so that if there was a power failure, the winch could free spin. But this is a fully manual winch, so we just tied it off like we were going to sea, like actually sailing with it. Then we have the furler. The furler is also tied off. Last thing with the headsail. You can point it out here if you want. 3 wraps on the headsail every time. As long as there's tension on this, which there's a little bit, and tension on the furler, in general, it's not going to come undone. The only thing you have to worry about is if the little pocket opens up there, but as long as you roll it up tight, you should be good. Now, we do the same thing with our staysail. It's like it's in a bag. And the way it's currently rolled up, it'd take some really bad weather to do anything with that. It's actually clipped down so that all the hanks can't actually ride up. Next is the mainsail. For the mainsail, we have the cover on it so that it won't go up anywhere. Under the cover are all of our sail ties, and then we have a dock line, an old dock line going around it so that it can't open up a big pocket and blow all over the place. We gotta make sure things are secured. We're not totally secured on deck. We mostly try to keep things to a state that we can go to sea. Out here we have our dinghy. Why is it colder on this side?
Rain just picked up.
So, we're leaving the dinghy out just in case we have to make a run to shore in an emergency. This is currently our only transportation to shore. In a few minutes, I'm going to be putting another line on the dinghy just as a secondary means of securing it. The storm we're experiencing right now is not terrible at the moment, but we had some pretty good gusts come through. So in case it gets worse, we should have that more well secured. If we're expecting more of a hurricane force, I'd probably want it on the deck, all rolled up like we're going to be going to sea. But we're pretty protected in here, and if there was an emergency, that's our method to get back to shore.
How's the boom curtain set up?
Oh, the boom. So on our hardtop, I'll show you some B-roll when we install that. We have 2 solar panels, 200-watt solar panels. Now in this weather, they're hardly doing anything. They're producing between 10 and 30 watts. So it's just barely keeping the charge on the batteries. I'll get to why we're trying to make the solar panels do as well as possible in a minute. But to help them out, we have the boom swung out. You can see the angle so that they're not covered. And to keep the boom swung out at this angle, we got a preventer set. Now I need to adjust the preventer here in a minute so that the block and tackle is tight. It's cold.
So that's how we're set up. Real quick, do you want to talk about things we do while surviving the storm? The things we keep an eye on?
Yeah, so things we're keeping an eye on. We're watching how we're swinging. That's one thing. Always watching our position. The biggest thing we're doing is we're listening to the boat. Listening to the rig hum, all that crazy stuff. Now, are you going to be able to get good footage of me walking up to the bow? Because I'm going to go check the mooring.
Yeah.
So the next thing we do is we want to check the mooring on a semi-regular basis. And that's just so that stuff changes during the storm. So you want to check to see if anything's breaking. Now, if there's really bad weather, I probably wouldn't come out here as much. I mean, if there's hurricane force winds, I'd have my life jacket on and a tether. We'd have jack lines out. But this is a 20 to 30 knot blow right now, so I'm not too worried. So we come up here to the mooring. So we're looking at things like what comes out of our hog pipe, how much chip is there, how much chip is on a pendant, how are the lines doing, are we slipping at all? Right now the lines look pretty good. I don't think they're slipping. We tie them off all crazy so that they shouldn't slip at all. Little known fact about mooring lines, like dock lines and whatnot. When they get wet, they become slippery. So it's not too uncommon for in a prolonged rainstorm for the dock lines to get loose. I've seen in some cases on boats that you'll have in dry weather the boat completely tied down tight, even to the point that the fenders are starting to get squished. And then big rainstorm goes through, like a real drencher, and the boat will be floating a foot off the dock. What else? So, we're relying on solar panels so that we don't have to run we're trying to not stress the engine too much. If you go check out the vlogs, you'll see that we're having a little bit of engine troubles, and we're going through trying to get some maintenance done to resolve those engine troubles. So we're trying to save the engine for when it really matters. We're probably going to have to turn it on here in a little while so that we can charge our batteries. We're trying to avoid running the engine too much, but if the wind really started to pick up, we'd have her running right now, and just in case, and we'll power forward on the mooring if the wind gets too much. Fortunately, it's not too bad yet. The other thing is, we're just keeping a watch, you know? It's, most of the time it's very boring, and we like it when it's boring. Read a book, record a silly video, you know, the usual stuff. People are still going in and out right now. We've seen some boats, B-roll here, of boats coming in and out. Some people are having a grand old time out there. We're not, because it's cold, it's wet,
Oh.
and I'm a little bit of a wimp.
Well, that's why we're inside the boat. It's warm and dry. And this isn't the worst storm we've been in.
It's far from the worst storm I've been in.
But hey, we're prepared.
When it really starts to blow, all kinds of crazy stuff can happen. And things can get bad. But so long as you prepare beforehand and you just monitor the situation and fix things as they come up, you'll put yourself ahead of the game and you'll be able to handle things. So that's what we do for handling storms on the mooring. It doesn't really matter if it's just a passing summer squall or a crazy non-tropical low spinning off of Cape Hatteras, just destroying all the weather up through the Chesapeake. First, you prepare, then you monitor. Preparation and awareness are key for handling storms. So that's what we do for storm prep. Please let us know in the comments down below what you do. What are your thoughts? I would love to hear what other people do for storm prep, because I'm always looking for new tips. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.